My earliest memories are probably from the time I was 3 and until I was 10. My grandfather, Yitzchak Truvia, ran the service, and he was always quite taciturn, and he wanted things to go right, but it was Meshka actually who was the musical director, and he was so keen to see that we had a great Seder every time. But before that, there was the preparation of changing the dishes and the pots and the pans, and you knew it was Pesach when that huge pot sat on the coal stove in Saratoga Avenue, cooking, I don't know, must have been at least 1 million matzo balls and loads of gefilte fish. So the Seder time would eventually arrive, always kind of late, before everybody got there from all over the place. And then they would start. And my earliest memories were of bloody well starving until they finally brought the potatoes, which was probably towards 9 o'clock or something.
Pesach was always either at Sheila or at Selma. And those are the majority of my memories. And it was my favorite chag. I mean, it still is my favorite chag, but especially growing up, it was my favorite chag going to Sheila or Selma. And we always used to alternate between first night and second night. And I remember at Sheila, it would always be potatoes that were dipped into salt water. And Selma, I don't know why, but I think it was eggs that would always be dipped into salt water. And I used to look so forward to the Seders. And at Sheila, it used to take so long until we ate because we used to go through the Haggadah. We only used to eat by like 11 o'clock. And I remember sometimes I used to have wine gums in my bag and I used to eat them in between reading the Haggadah.
In the old days of Parktown, which for us as kids was one hell of an experience. It always started with the anticipation of the Sudars coming up from Durban in their big black Chrysler, I think it was. And Uncle Horace would always bring us a box of shirts, which would probably last us through the year until the following Pesach. The Seders themselves were wonderful evenings, spent singing and eating, obviously, and playing games afterwards. Favorite song was Chad Gadya, when Meshka used to sing it in Yiddish, and we all used to join in. After Meshka passed away, Chaim took it over, and he used to carry on with that tradition.
To all of La Familia, hello from Cousin Faye in Johannesburg. The first thing that comes to mind on thinking of our Sidorim is the lean-to at the Charlton Terrace house, where the wine was brewed, illegally, but I didn't, of course, know that as a child. I'm not even sure whether the wine was used by the family throughout the year or whether it was specifically for Pesach. All of the Joburg members of the Goldsmith clan were always present at the wonderful Sidorim. No one would miss being part of them, all wanted to be there. For some reason, I remember the lighting in the dining room being beautiful and inviting, adding to the atmosphere and the expectation of another delicious meal and wonderful company, as the older cousins gave the younger ones so much attention. The Sidorim were very melodious, what with Uncle Abi, Kenny and Solly in attendance. Chad Gadya, Pesach de Kalidele, was a highlight for me as I was part of the Yiddish folk school in Dormfontein and I could read and love to sing the words. I have a printout of it and to this day we sing it at our Sidorim. Then for the younger set, odds or evens with the delicious nuts began, while Dupniak always took place towards the end of the evening. I'm sure most of us remember the Seder when Chaim took a hit from Lionel, ending up in his being taken to hospital. So only wonderful and lasting memories of the Goldsmith Sidorim.
Besides it being special to spend every Sunday afternoon with the family in Parktown, the Sidorim were wonderful evenings where we all participated and felt good about ourselves. Uncle Meshka would come and take a seat at the bottom of the table next to his nieces and nephews to sing the family Manish Tana, still sung by us today. From his actions at the Sidorim, we learned that we had to have Sitzfleisch, participate and not leave the table, except to look for the afikomen of the various uncles. Participating in family events and having Sitzfleisch is something I instilled in my children. It was something so easy to do, and it seems that Baruch Hashem, this has been passed on to my grandchildren. That Tzigala, Chad Gadya, was also filled me with my Yiddish repertoire of songs. So I just want to say at this time we find ourselves, before I daven, I always say, happy moments I praise Hashem, difficult moments I seek Hashem, painful moments I trust Hashem, and every moment I thank Hashem. Good Yom Tov to you, good health to all, and sending love and hugs to all of you.
Hi, I'm Bertha. Kenny and I have been married for 57 years, and I'm going into time past, my first Seder at Parktown. Apart from the memories of Chaim's raucous and rousing Abba Emma, Kenny's singing of Chad Gadya in Yiddish, there are three other memories that sit in my mind. Experiences that felt strange to me and a bit bizarre at the time. We were all assembled at Parktown. There was an air of anticipation. Everybody was waiting for Rachel, my mother-in-law, to arrive. Bondas. Rachel made these speciality that was only known to her. Big, firm potato balls baked in the oven, filled with other secret ingredients. First come, first served. Latecomers begged for a morsel. I never tasted one. Then came salt water. In my childhood, I loved dipping hard-boiled eggs into salsa. But where were the eggs? I saw no eggs. There were potatoes. Potatoes? Later, I learned that eggs were a total luxury in Evia, but there was a profusion of potatoes. Songs, music. I loved to participate. But when the singing happened, things sounded familiar. Different tunes, different melodies. I really understood now why David Safford called us the Tsugaga communists. I could never say that word. Eventually, the unfamiliar became familiar. The past tunes faded, and the past is now the present. We are held together by the ties that bind, the past, the present, and into an uncertain future. Be safe, be well. Chag Sameach.
Stecken fällt zu ihm rein und ist verbrennt geworden. Der Wasser liebt dem Feuer nicht, weil seine nicht reinbraucht. Die Wasser fliegt dem Feuer rum und lässt ihm aus wie es geht. Ein Ziegele, hat euch so weiß gewonnen. Der Vater hat bezahlt für ihn. 2 Gulden müssen man nehmen. Chad Gadya, oi Chad Gadya. Tags versteht kein Gott, sein Kopf liegt nur in den Morgen. Läuft zum Wasser und trinkt ihm aus. Wer hat ihm was zu sagen? Der Scheichet geht mit dem Chalaf auf 4. Von Ochs ist gar nicht geboren. Der Scheichet meint, dass jeder Ochs ist nur auf Chalaf geboren. Der Scheichet hat vollkommen sein Leid und gar nicht auf Katholis. Hat mit seinem Leben bezahlt sein Schuld. Allein der Malchamove. Na Gott hat schon bestimmt, dich zu vermeiden, als der was bringt durch euch den Tod, will allein gleich sterben. Ein Ziegele, hat euch so weiß gewonnen. Der Vater hat bezahlt für ihr, 2 Gulden müssen man nehmen. Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya.
Chag Sameach to all. Crazy times these. My memories of Pesach, other than the extraordinary reunion we all had, are always relating to Chaim and Lily, Uncle Chaim and Auntie Lily, and their flat in Killarney. So aside from the money, my memory is sitting at that very long table that would stretch from their entrance all the way through to the bedroom wall, and Uncle Chaim, full of spirit, banging his fist on the table as we did Chad Gadya, and Auntie Lily's amazing kanedlach, of which she would only give you one at a time, so you had to savor it and then ask for more. So Chag Sameach to all of you, health, blessings, safety at this crazy time, and I guess sanity, really.
So Passover was always full of fun and frivolity, endless seders, of course, which were always worth the wait for the rousing Abba Imma at the end of it. Extravagant afikomen finding gifts. My sister Lindsay got a Wendy house one year, and of course, the famous "Who Found the Money?", which of course I did. I found the money.
It was me.
It was me. I found the money.
Make no mistake about it, it was me who found the money. I walked into Chaim and Lily's bathroom in their flat in Killarney, Pesach 1981, I believe it was, and noticed an unusual cavity on the bathroom wall, and dutifully proceeded to start doling out money until we were uncovered. But ignore the myth, the rumour of Gina, Richard, many names have been bandied about. It was unequivocally me.
Well, of course I found the money. I mean, not alone, as I remember it, and I know I'm correct. I found the money along with my sister Gina and Richard Baxt. We found it first. Then afterwards, on the second trip back, I remember Gideon Bax joining us. But definitely, I found it first.
So just to say, Richard and I found the money. And just to corroborate our finding of it, I'm going to retrace what we actually did. So Richard and I went into Uncle Chaim and Auntie Lily's bathroom. And in it, you can see I'm in my own bathroom, but I can't really demonstrate and shoot. But in it, there was one of those, like, you know, in the old days, there was like that silver, like a metal, rectangular shaped thing that used to be screwed into the side of the bath. Anyway, we noticed that it was loose, and we shifted it across, and I don't remember who, but it was definitely none of you who claimed you found the money. It was me and Richard. One of us put our hand in, and we reached for something which we thought, aha, we found the afikomen, and we pulled it out and looked inside, and lo and behold, it was the restaurant's taken. What was it? The Winton Joy. And we shoved our hand in, and it was full of, I want to say green notes, but green would be 10 rand, so it was probably lots and lots of money. And at first, I think we did think maybe we should keep it, but of course we couldn't. No, that's pushing it too far. We ran to go, oh, look what we found, all this money. It was me and Richard. Would you say Richard and I, we found the money. Chag Sameach.
My memories of finding the stash in Chaim and Lily's flat back at the Seder, I don't even know what year it was, but I was probably around, I guess 12 or 13, so it was circa 1980. I must say my memory is not that great, but I remember that we went in a posse of us to find the afikomen. It was me, I remember Richard Bax being there, and Alan and Gina. And for some reason I remember David or Jonathan Schmuckler being there. Maybe Shaleb was at the Seder as well that year. And we went down this corridor, like there was a corridor between Lily's kitchen and the main bedroom. And I think we went to the main bedroom first. I remember that there was like a little like Chagall on the wall behind one of the bed lights. And then we turned around and went down the corridor into this bathroom. And I remember there were pale tiles. They might have been pale blue. There was a toilet, and then further on there was a bath. And I was kind of towards the back of the posse of kids. And then one of the kids, I don't know if it was Alan Baxter, said, oh look, this tile is loose. And they like reached forward and pulled it out the wall. And there was just like bricks of like cash money just stuck in the wall. And we were like, some people were laughing, and I was quite incredulous. And the thing I do remember is it's the first time I remember David Goldsmith like moving fast because someone heard us, and David came like running into the bathroom and like quickly shooed us all out. Anyway, I can't say how much there was or what it was, but it was exciting.
The Afikoman. Let me tell you something about the Afikoman. When I was back in the day looking for the Afikoman, nobody else ever found it when I was on the job. I wanted every single time. And forget about money. Money was not good enough. We're talking movie projectors, three-way tape recorders, swimming pools, etc., etc. So please give me a break and don't tell me that you got the money.
Hi, Richard Bax here from Lockdown in New York. It was Pesach 1980, and it was at Chaim and Lily's apartment in Johannesburg. We were having our regular Pesach Seder, and my father had hidden the Afikoman. I was with Adam Sapper, and we began to look for the Afikoman and decided to look in the bathroom. We looked around the bathroom, and there was a towel missing behind the wall, behind the toilet. So I had a look inside it and found nothing. And then Adam had a look inside, and he reached in and pulled out something which felt like something that could have been an Afikoman. He brought it out, and it turned out to be a big brown paper bag. We had a look inside, and it was filled with big bundles of 20 rand notes, and that was the money.
I don't like to talk about this subject because it's very sensitive to me, because I've never ever found it, and it's because I found the money.
We found the money. I found the money.
Let my people go to fulfill our destiny. With the Torah we'll be free.
Moses, tell your God I've just begun. My heart is hardened. The Hebrews are here to stay.
תפרו לי בגד עם שמחה רבה. אביב הגיע פסח בא, שמחה רבה, שמחה רבה. אביב הגיע פסח בא, בכוס גדולה, בכוס גדולה, אמי תביא לאליהו, אליהו, ושמחה אביב הגיע פסח בא, שמחה רבה, שמחה רבה. אביב הגיע פסח בא. תגידו חג שמח.
חג שמח.
חג שמח.
מה נשתנה הלילה הזה?
מכל הלילות, מכל הלילות,
שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים חמץ ומצה,
חמץ ומצה. הלילה הזה,
הלילה הזה,
כולו מצה. הלילה הזה,
כולו מצה.
איזה התרגשות לראות את האנשים האלה, את התושבים שצמאים לקצת מוזיקה, שמחה. אצלנו שכנה אומרת, אצלנו לא שומעים, איך פסחתם עלינו? אנחנו לא נוותר, אנחנו נגיע לכל בית.
מה שהיה ומה שעוד לא היה, הללויה,
Hey, Polly, I know I promised, or everyone, I know I promised Paul that I would get dressed for this video, and that it would be a good reason to get dressed because I have been in quarantine for, today was day 8. So what I guess I'm wanting to say about Pesach this year is something that I try and understand each year, and I try and understand it on a, I suppose, a more emotional level of what habits, relationships, patterns, thought processes we get trapped in, that we get to free ourselves from on Pesach. And this year really thinking about as though each one himself is coming to freedom. I will be coming out of quarantine where I will get to stretch my legs, go for a walk, cook, and give my parents a hug.
Hi everyone, just a quick hello from Toronto. This is harder than it looks. Try to get everybody here involved, but nobody wanted to do it. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody, to the family all over the world. Hope everybody is doing as well as they can be, and look forward to maybe spending more Seder's in the future all together. I just got something from Mirror today just to cheer everybody up. A news flash. Because of the severe COVID-19 problem, the load of horseradish for the Seder's is stranded in Madrid airport. So unfortunately, the grain in Spain stays mainly on the plane. Take care. Sorry I stole that, Mir. Bye.
Hi, Goldsmith family. It's Judy and Denny Blumenthal from California. We have a little blessing prayer for you, and then a cute little saying. The first one is, may this Passover bring the turning point to this pandemic. May it also remind us of the freedoms that we so often take for granted. How blessed we are to have so many dedicated and courageous people in our community who are on the front lines providing health care and medications, coordinating and preparing us for what is yet to come, delivering essential services and being here for one another. We wish you and your loved ones a healthy and happy Pesach. And then we have a little something else for you, a little different version of Dayenu. If he had given us doctors and nurses, it would have been enough, Dayenu. If he had given us doctors and nurses but not given us amazing teachers, Dayenu. If he had given us doctors and nurses but not given us amazing teachers, I think I just did that one, Dayenu. You can do the Dayenus. If he had given us amazing teachers but not given us the internet,
Dayenu.
If he had given us the internet but not given us Instacart and Zoom,
Dayenu.
If he had given us Instacart and Zoom but not given us Birx and Fauci,
Dayenu.
If he had given us Birx and Fauci but not given us Inslee, Whitmer, and Cuomo,
Dayenu.
If he had given us Inslee, Whitmer, and Cuomo but not given us truckers and grocery clerks,
Dayenu.
God bless them all, next year in Jerusalem, or really anywhere outside this house.
Dayenu.
Hello from Jerusalem to my dearest and most beloved family all over. And thank you to Paul especially for his brilliant and wonderful creative idea again. I'm trying to respond to that, and so I've prepared something that I think encapsulates our current situation. And we hope that it'll be better next year, please God. So the 4 questions I've prepared, which we used to call either the Arba Kushiot or Die Vier Kashes, which was what we called it when I was a little girl in 8 Charlton Terrace. Okay. So the מה נשתנה הלילה הזה מכל הלילות? שבכל הלילות אנו חגגנו בכל עולמנו ברימיני, קטמנדו והוואי. הלילה הזה בביתנו. Why is Pesach this year different to last year? Because last year the world was our oyster, or our playground, and we were all over Honolulu, Rimini, and Kathmandu. This year we're at home, and the door is shut tight. מה נשתנה הלילה הזה מכל הלילות? שבכל הלילות ישבנו ושמחנו עם כל משפחתנו וחברינו. הלילה הזה כולנו לבד. Why is Pesach this year different to last year? Because last year, in joy, we feasted together. With family and friends, we read our Haggadah. But this year, with the masks and the quarantines, we sit alone, divided and lonely. מה נשתנה הלילה הזה מכל הלילות? שבכל הלילות היינו בני חורין וכולנו עשינו הטוב בעינינו. הלילה הזה אנחנו תחת שלטון ממשלותינו ושוטרינו. Why is Pesach this year different to last year? Because last year we were free in a world where all did as was good in their eyes. This year we bow down to our government's orders, and so we obey their laws and their officers We do as they say. No work and no play. No travel, no shops, no theatres or bars. Not even a sport. Just stay home and that's it. And that's all for now. No questions, no answers. מה נשתנה הלילה הזה מכל הלילות? שבכל הלילות הערצנו את האדם כשולט על הארץ כולו, שעשה את הניסים והנפלאות שראו עינינו בחיינו הטובים, וציפינו שהכל ימשיך ויגדל. הלילה הזה מתפללים אל השם מלכנו, אדון העולם, ומתחננים בדמעותינו המרות ובצעקתנו לרחמים, להצלה ותשועה ולגאולה. לשנה הבאה בירושלים בשמחה. Why is this Pesach different to last year? Because last year we worshipped, we idolized man, master of the world, the wizard of all our miraculous machines. Fly here, fly there, talk to Mars, if you please. And all must keep going with more and forever. But this year we're praying for mercy to God, the Almighty Lord of the universe. We beg and beseech Him to free and to save us. And please, dear God, will you also redeem us? לשנה הבאה בירושלים בשמחה.
אלוהינו, אלוהינו, שבשמיים ובארץ.
Give me some carrots, Ida. You want some gefilte fish? Here you go. No, she doesn't want to put the tomato. Here you go.
Filter fish, thank you. And also some horseradish.
Horseradish, no problem. Some horseradish. Here you go, horseradish for you.
Okay, let's drink the second cup now. We have to do it leaning left, אנחנו משנים שמאלה.
כוס שנייה, שותים בהסב לשמאל, אוקיי?
לחיים.
לחיים. לחיים.
What? What is it? Leaning to the left.
Yes.
You're leaning to the left, I'm going to tell you why.
No.
The wealthy and noble.
Can you mute it?
I can mute it.
בוא נלך להביא את האוכל.
בוא נלך להביא את האוכל. בוא נלך.
זה לא כן.
Times the wealthy and noble reclined while they ate, whereas simple poor people would eat seated on the floor. The importance of leaning at the Seder is explained that since we were slaves in Egypt and now are free, we must act in accordance to our new status and recline while we eat. And reclining is done on the left side so that the windpipe is not hampered by the food. Anyhow, they're going to put me on mute and I'll have to read this again next year because everybody's going to forget it.
Hi, this is Chick. In contrast to everybody else, I'm trying to find something which is the same this night or this Pesach as all the other Pesachs. This Haggadah I got from Meshka when I was in first or second grade, when I started to be able to speak, to read the Hebrew. I got this Haggadah and it symbolizes to me Parktown, Meshka, Elke, and the whole vibe from way back then. This Haggadah has original stains over here. That's all through the book. Wine stains made by the wine, which was made in the cellar, on the way down to the garage in Parktown, 21 Eskimo Avenue. And this symbolizes
But for me, this is going to be the same as most of the other Seders. At least this will symbolize the other Seders to me. Chag Sameach. Hope you all have a good time, even though we're separated. Bye, and see you all sometime later.
Hey Camilla, what are you doing?
I'm just cleaning my cupboard for Pesach.
Dad wished you a happy Pesach.
Thanks. Go wish Ari a happy Pesach for me.
Hey Ari, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning the castle.
Camilla wished you a happy Pesach.
Wow, that's so nice. Go wish Dad happy Pesach.
Hey Dad, what you doing?
Hi, just cleaning the pool.
Hey, well, Ari wished you happy Pesach.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Why don't you go wish Mama happy Pesach?
Okay, we'll do. Mother dearest, what are you doing?
I'm doing a last cleaning for Pesach.
Dad wishes you a happy Pesach.
Thanks. And I want to wish the whole family happy Pesach from us here in Israel. And hopefully we'll all be together next year.
Amen.
Today, Lily and I are going to teach you how to make chrein. Chrein. Lily, you can put the chrein, no, the horseradish, put it in the pile there. Whoa! It's been peeled. This one is not, because this is quite a large amount of chrein here, and I think I'm going to freeze this one and for another time.
It looks like
And also a beetroot. I peel the beetroot, and the beetroot is afterwards put in a pot, boiled until it's softish, and then it's ready for adding to the chrein if you want a red chrein, or not if you want a white chrein. Now there's two very important things to remember before you grate the chrein, the horseradish. Is you should cut off a little piece so that you have some for the Seder plate. Otherwise, after you've grated it, well, I suppose you could put grating, but after you've grated it, you may have to go out and buy some more chrein so that you'll have some for the Seder plate. The second most very important thing is that when you grate the chrein, you should do it outside. And wear a mask. There you go. Now look here. Just pick up the pot, what's it called, this one, the lid of the what's it called, pot.
Hi, Paul and the whole family. Lovely to join you all again for Pesach 2020. The thing I like about Pesach is the 4 sons, because I've got 4 sons. The smart one is in Israel as we speak at Technion.
No, you can't do that. That's ridiculous. That is the most... I was asking you why you were asking me.
Hey, go.
I love Pesach because I get to spend time with my family and my brothers, and I also love matzah.
I like matzah ball soup.
Very good.
And the Seder would proceed. So the first thing we ate were the potatoes dipped in salt, which was a huge relief to starving children. And I was, well, until I was about 7 or 8, I never knew what the hell was going on because the whole thing was conducted in Hebrew. And Yitzhak Tuvia never bothered to explain. He was always actually quite tacit, and I don't think he ever spoke to me directly. Wow. Surprisingly, he had so many grandchildren, and he didn't appear to be that interested. That may be a misnomer, I don't know. Who knows? Then the food would finally arrive, and it was surprisingly well served, quickly served, everything was delicious. And then my mom would go upstairs and fetch the bondas. because my dad always claimed that matzah would make him constipated, so he wouldn't eat it. And everybody tried to get a bit of bunda also to get them to stay. And if anybody has the recipe for bunda, I'd love to have it. So there we go on that one. After the service, they played these loads of games, one of which was a game called Dubnyak, probably of Russian origin. And Mashka used to make you bend, not make you, ask you to bend down and cover your eyes. Here we go again. Quite a fresh memory. Because you always felt so secure when he was holding you and making you a bit blind. Anyway, after Dubnik, my Auntie Annie would bring out the nuts. And the games we would play were Umsegrod, which are odds or evens. So you had to guess how many nuts they had in their hand, whether it was odds or evens. And then there was a game that Meshka played. It was a saucer. And I'm not sure how that's played. If anybody knows, I'd love to hear how, because I never could quite work it out. And when anybody won, because it would take quite a while before there was a winner, it would be huge shouts and whatever else.
Hi, Kara.
Hey.
You both are here. Hi, Mom. Everybody.
Auntie Kara.
Okay.
Larry.
This is awesome.
Guys, releasing spoilers.
Ellen.
How's it?
Lovely. You did. Yeah, Larry.
Mark.
Hey, your brother's here also.
Mark.
Yeah.
You know, your microphone's off.
Oh, nice.
Ryan, did you get that?
Sorry.
Josh, your microphone is also off.
I know. I muted mine deliberately, Leon. But
cool.
You tell me to go ahead. I'll go ahead.
So let's start.
Chicks joined.
As I said,
Or I could like click off, and then I could just I could be like,
Hi guys. Hello.
or I could not like that, and then I could drag it to the side of the
so you have to make the lights low in your room. Into the atmosphere, you have to switch off your lights.
Bertha's moved.
At least leave a small light.
Hey, everybody.
Get everyone to shut up before you start.
Everybody mute yourself.
Oh, honey, we're gonna move.
I can't see everybody.
Ah.